All right, thanks, Bill. Well, he is the only Republican member of the Congressional Black Caucus. But now Congressman Allen West is threatening to quit. He says the CBC is putting out, quote, racially motivated rhetoric. And here is the latest example of what Congressman West is reacting to. Read this very closely along.
We have seen change in Congress. With the Congresswoman Wilson's point, the Tea Party is stopping that change. And this is beyond symbolic change. This is the effort that we're seeing of Jim Crow. Some of these folks in Congress right now would love to see us as second-class citizens. Some of them in Congress right now with this Tea Party movement would love to see you and me, I'm sorry, Cameron, hanging on a tree. Some of them right now in Congress are comfortable with where we were 50 and 60 years ago, but it's a new day with a black president and the Congressional Black Caucus really to help conservative views.
Wow, it's pretty incredible, isn't it? Let's bring in Deneen Borelli. She is a Tea Party activist and a Fox News contributor. Deneen, welcome.
Thank you. So
basically, this congressman is saying that there are other congressmen in Congress right now who would like to see people lynched. That's exactly what he said.
This Andre Carson, and I call him a clown, you know, this guy is one of the head people in the Congressional Black Caucus. He is inciting racial tension in our country. This is very irresponsible. Instead of debating and talking about the failures of the progressives and their policies, he is going around in this little puppet road show in the black communities and these little meetings complaining and spewing this racial rhetoric, which is just very irresponsible. He's trying to whip up these individuals. And, you know, this is all in an effort to get black voters to get out and vote. This is what this is about. This is racial politics, and it is wrong.
You know, you think back to Nancy Pelosi's basically saying that the Tea Party movement was just, you know, astroturf and it wasn't anything real. Clearly, with this very strong reaction and racist reaction is what Allen West is calling it as well. There's a huge element here that this is a force to be reckoned with, and the backlash is very evident. Let's take a look at another piece of sound here just to put this together so that you can get a sense of where all this is going.
The real enemy is the Tea Party. The Tea Party holds Congress hostage. There is no compromising with them. They have one goal in mind, and that's to make President Obama a one-term president.
As far as I'm concerned, the Tea Party can go straight to hell.
So what's going to happen here? You know, Andre Carson, Allen West is saying he needs to be removed from his position at the Congressional Black Caucus. What's the reaction to that?
He does. He needs to step down, and, you know, he needs to be held accountable for his words. Listen, I'm all for freedom of speech, but where is the proof? Where is your proof that there is racism going on? How come he won't even come on the network television and defend his comments? It's because he's a coward. And I am calling him out on his actions and his words because he's being very irresponsible. Unemployment in the black community is well over 16%. Among black teens is over 40%. Washington, D.C. is over 50%. And we already have the flash mobs that are taking place. These words, these actions from these individuals will incite racial tension. And, you know, I'm telling you, this is very serious. But what is the response?
You know, by other members of the Congressional Black Caucus? Are people also outraged about what he has said? And, you know, will there be any pressure on him from the Democratic Party or from the Republican Party, anybody that could have the power to say, you know, you can't say things like this and get away with it?
There should be pressure from the American people. The Congressional Black Caucus, I don't think they're going to pressure him. They're silent on this as well. So, you know what, they need to be held accountable as well. But listen, he does need to step down. This is very irresponsible. And this is the last thing, the last actions and comments that people like this should be making, especially when they're a leader. He is inciting racial tension. You go in the black community and you're saying things like this, the black individuals are going to think, this politician is not going to lie to me. He's my representative. I trust him.
We got to go, Deneen. But do you think Allen West should stay in the CBC? Is he more effective if he stays in or if he protests by leaving?
It's totally his call. I know he's trying to work from within, and I can only imagine what he's going through, but we'll have to wait and see what happens.
All right. Thank you very much, Deneen. Always good to get your thoughts on this. We appreciate you coming in.
All right.